What is going on, you midnight maniacs? Welcome to No Rest Gaming. I'm your host, Devilman, and I am bringing you some footage of what I think is the funniest thing I've seen all week. I was playing an earlier level with my buddy, Monkey Strides, and I was just thinking to myself, man, if I had to make a game similar to this, dude, I'd make it like all kitties, like all kitty stuff, like teddy bears and unicorns, and you'd shoot rainbows and whatnot. And then we enter this door and we come up to this little bonus area, I guess. We're inside the rift. We're trying to break things down to start the Rift Guardian. And we're in a happy place with happy clouds and unicorns and flowers. And we thought this was the funniest thing on the planet. Just that 5 minutes earlier, I was just talking about how I'm just getting tired of the demonic themes that I always keep running across, and it's just a little a thing that I like. I'm glad to share it with you guys. While I go over, I guess we'll call this a shooting the shit. I mean, it's Diablo, and I'll throw some Destiny in here, but we'll call it a shooting the shit. So, welcome to the shooting the shit for the first week of September. So, really quickly, let's go over a couple of things that I really want to get off my chest. I really want to discuss, maybe open a discussion to people who watch my videos to maybe stop and think about things just for a little bit. The first thing is definitely swatting. Now, if you've been living under a rock and don't know what swatting is, it's basically some douchebag who gets angry or butthurt because you whoop their ass in video games decides to use their internet skills to spoof your home phone number, or they find out information about you, like your location and the phone number, and they basically spoof your phone number. They make the police think that the phone number that they're calling from is your phone number, and then they say that there's a gunman on the premises, there's taking hostages, there's drugs, whatnot. Basically to elicit a SWAT team response. And not only is this dangerous, it wastes taxpayers' money, it wastes the police's time. Like, they got better things to do than to bust into somebody's house to just to let them go. You're like, we're wasting people's time, and it's a disgusting act. And just have some fucking dignity, people. Just knock it off. It's getting old. I'm tired of seeing YouTube videos of like famous YouTubers who are streaming and they get swatted on because somebody was butthurt. Like, come on, can we just grow up? It's getting to the point where it's just video games are fun. They're meant to have fun. Just have fun with it and get on with your life. The next thing I want to talk about today is uh, basically tropes. Tropes versus women, tropes versus people, whatever. The biggest thing is Anita Sarkeesian. She does these videos where she's like, oh, there's tropes against women in video games. And I guess a lot of the response is, let's just beat her up, let's rape her, do all those things. A bunch of immature shit that also just needs to stop. I mean, it's to the point where this poor girl who wants to bring light tropes for women or whatever, she's has to move constantly or whatever because people are finding out where she lives. And I think they even made like a little flash game where you get to beat her up and she gets all bloody and bruised or something. It's getting ridiculous, and it's stupid. It's dumb as shit. And honestly, my whole take on tropes is I literally had to look up the definition because I was like, what the fuck is a trope? Like, what is so goddamn poignant about a trope? Well, here's the definition of it. A trope is basically a word, phrase, or image used for artistic effect, such as a figure of speech. It's basically describing rhetorical devices, motifs, or cliches in creative works. Now I can understand why people get upset with women in video game tropes because it's all the same. But then I'm thinking, so is the male motifs and male tropes. I mean, think about every fucking male protagonist there is in video games. What's the character look like? Well, he's white, maybe slightly tan, probably dark hair, unless unless it's a Japanese game, he's most definitely masculine. I mean, when's the last, black guy to ever be some sort of hero in a video game or some sort of protagonist? I mean, you got Grand Theft Auto 5, which had a black guy in it, but it's like at the same time you know, you're basically running around being a criminal. So it's like it's still a trope. So my point is, it's like, sure, bitch about tropes in video games about women, but don't forget to bitch about the men too. I mean, shit, I can't even remember. I'm red haired. I have yet to see a fucking red haired, uh, protagonist ever, and be it male, be it female. I've yet to see that. Like, it's just disgusting to me. The only time I ever see a red haired protagonist is like Saints Row, when I can create a red haired protagonist. It's. When's the last time I've seen an Asian protagonist, or a female protagonist that wasn't the same female over and over again, which is incredibly underdressed, or completely like big boobed and blonde, or just big boobed in general. I mean, you had Laura Croft, but other than that, I mean, most protagonists fit this certain trope. Uh, In my opinion, I don't think it's something. I don't think it's worth bitching about. Honestly, I mean, she wants to make her life about that. Fine, make your life about. That's cool, and people should respect that. That's what she wants to make a life about. I don't sit there and try to diminish anybody else's worldviews or whatever. But it's like I said, to me, tropes. It's, yeah, they're annoying. Yeah, they're old. Are they are they diminishing the value of a person because a trope is about them? No. So I think just let it go. I mean, you just there's some things you just gotta let go. Like I said, personally, I'd like to see other protagonists and antagonists be different characters, basically, big different people. But it's not gonna happen unless it's like a create a character thing where you can make your own protagonist. And it's one of those things where you just I don't want to say you have to deal with it, but it's just like it's the rhetoric of creative storytelling, not just in video games, but in movies and in books and comics and stuff. It's the same damn protagonist over and over again. I mean, think DC. Think of how many superheroes have fucking black hair and are big brooding men, like, and are majority white. When's the last red-haired person you've seen there? And the last red-haired person I would even give you credit for was either the Question, or Flash, and like you never saw their hair, you just saw their costumes. Like every once in a while, you'll like they'll pull their costume down. It's like, oh hey, he had red hair. Who knew Wally West had red hair, or who knew the Question had red hair? Who knew? But then again, people might just complain that, oh, he doesn't have red hair. It's like a brown. It's okay. But that's my take on the whole tropes thing. And just, you know, people, we're gamers. Just get over it. Like, people have opinions on shit. You don't have to agree with them, but you don't have to fucking bully somebody because you don't agree with them. It's like it's childish shit. It's like, dude, I'm a gamer. I'm out of high school. I don't have time for this bullshit anymore. Like, I don't have the energy to sit there and deal with people who just want to fucking just beat somebody up because of their views. And it's disgusting. It just brings my faith in humanity down even one more level to have to deal with this bullshit. So before I go, I'd like to announce the winner of the Destiny giveaway. His name's Cameron Heads. He messaged me through Facebook, gave me the correct answer, which was Legend of Dragoon. That was the game I was looking for, and the quote was, "You are free to sever the chains of fate that bind you." It was one of the most prolific quotes that I've ever heard in my lifetime, and it's something I take to heart because I always thought I had a shitty fate, and it was my job to change it. But if you guys like this video, please leave a little comment down below. Give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to share or subscribe. Do what you need to do. If you guys think I'm a douchebag, you want to call me a fuckhead, go right ahead. I don't care. I'll look at your comment and laugh. Ha ha ha, fuckhead. But like I said, don't forget to click that subscribe button. Show me you love me. Show me you hate me. I don't care. Maybe you disagree with me and the whole tropes thing. Maybe you want to see more generic looking people like Aiden Pierce ruining your video games. Maybe you want to beat the fuck out of Anita Sarkeesian. That's your business. I wish you wouldn't, but whatever floats your boat. That's it, people. Just try to be good to each other out there, and I'll see you guys on the next one.